You would go to church on a Sunday, the church would be packed. You felt safe in that, the fact that there were ideals, there were known values that people should adhere to. You know, you're excited for your future. You had good friends, you felt that you had good support. In early 1983, I had what I thought could never happen, and that was an abusive, confronting and physical contact with the principal of the school. I'm a little boy, who's going to believe me? I found a couple of other victims in the playground over the course of probably 6 weeks, and we would, you know, discuss whether we should go to the police or not, and we would all come to the conclusion that the police wouldn't be interested, nor would anyone else, and so we'd just have to keep putting up with it. It was a normal part of going to school, but we still were living in fear day to day. You don't know what to do next, and so I immediately went home and informed my parents, my father. He dismissed it immediately and decided to humiliate myself. I've never had an explanation from my father, and I've never had an apology. And this has been very tough for me, because you think you're going to get support and love and some direction from your family, and I've found the exact opposite, where the family have either found this too hard to deal with or decided no, they're going to stick more to a religious viewpoint of not having to act. So it takes a lot of courage, an extreme amount of courage, for a child to approach any adult for help on this. You don't want to go to the police as a 13-year-old because you think you might just, you know, embarrass your family, or they wouldn't be interested. It becomes a very complex burden upon your life that's lasted for myself well more than 40 years. So I'm only now just trying to come to terms with it all. And I decided in 2016 that I needed to come out with this and go to authorities as an attempt to try to deal with it, to move on with it and get this out in the open, because keeping it closed up to myself was not clearly working. Through researching on the internet and reading other people's testimonials and looking at other court cases, that Ross Koffel was taking he had the moral conviction to act in these matters and the strength of character to take these institutions on in the way that should be done, in a total way, looking at as many facts as possible. So he gained my confidence very quickly, and he certainly did after I contacted him and we spoke. And so I was reassured. I found that very reassuring to find Ross. I've been given that ray of hope, that light at the end of the tunnel to actually move forward, whereas I didn't have that before. That could, enable you to do other things that are so much more positive in life. My sleep patterns, my sleeping's way better. I'm not ruminating on this as much. I'm still ruminating on it, but not to the degree I was. So there is hope. That's what's pulled me through, the fact that we have people like Ross Koffel and others, and yourself, who care about the moral courage and are prepared to act. So yeah, I've been very, very fortunate to have you all at Koffel's. And your belief in myself and your belief in my wife is, you couldn't rate that high enough. The fact that you were patient enough and you were investigative enough, you went as far as you did to obtain the knowledge you did. We're talking 10,000 pages or something. I mean, it's a colossal effort and something that can sustain us for the rest of our lives, knowing that we're represented in the best way possible by the best people.